Another week is here again, all thanks to God. So welcome to Vivid View with Ahilis. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Failure is only the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. Say something, somebody.
Mr. Champion, failure is only the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. To me, the word fail, F-A-I-L, is first attempt in learning. So this means that failure is not fatal and not final. It's an opportunity to learn something new so you don't have to fail again. So learn a lesson and become a blessing. Thank you.
My name is Olafemi Emmanuel. Failure is only opportunity to begin again more intelligently. There's an adage that says quitter never win and winners never quit. You must not give up, move ahead, learn new things, take correction and move on to the next level. The sky is just the beginning. Thank you.
Grace is my name. Failure is the only opportunity to begin again more intelligently. This simply means learning from your past mistakes and doing it well in another way to achieve success without giving up.
My name is Peace Benedict. Failure is only the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. It means when you fail at an attempt, it gives you the opportunity to learn from your mistake and you attempt the situation in a different approach. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful answers given from the audience. Failure is only the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. This is self-explanatory. Like they said, don't give up. That is what I just put here. Don't just give up because you just fail now. No. I'm not going to try again. I think we are told that Mr. Edison that invented this electricity tried 999 times before he got it right. So if you are giving up, maybe we won't be enjoying light as we're enjoying it right now. So don't give up when you fail, but rather look inwards to know the cause of that failure. Is it caused by me because I'm not fully prepared for this examination as a student? Is this failure from my own side because I of nonchalant attitude? Or is it somebody else that caused this? You have done your best, but either the examiner or whatever somehow failed you. And in whichever it is, do not give up. Taking your life is the least thing you can ever think of. So don't give up. Don't even think anything negative because you fail, especially when it's not peculiar to you alone. So that's what I have to say here. All right, we'll continue with our discussion for today. Students' apathy for learning, which leads to failure, is the topic for today's discussion. We'll take a break now. When we come back, the guests will be introduced. Please don't go away. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us now, the topic again is students' apathy for learning, which leads to failure. And with me in the studio is a public affairs analyst. Let's make welcome Mr. Akinlolu Ojo.
Vivid View.
Say and do it. Please follow us on our social media handle are displayed on the screen. Welcome again, Mr. Ojo.
It's nice being here again.
Let's just go here, certainly. Thank you so much. Let's just go straight to the discussion for today.
Right.
Thank you.
If you are talking about failure, like you rightly said, it's an opportunity for you to do it again. There is an adage in Yoruba that says, "Tomode ba shubu awuwaju, tagbalagba ba shubu aweyi awu nkan to gbe shubu." What that means, if a child falls, he looks around. Who is looking at me? That's what it means. But when an elderly person falls, it looks back to see what caused this fall so that it won't. So if you are talking about failure, it is nothing special. It's just an avenue for you to repackage yourself again so that you can do it again. Now, if you are talking about apathy, nowadays, students don't want to read. They don't want to read at all. And I can tell you that there are a lot of things. The society contributes largely to this, the student itself and the family. If I really want to start, if you look at the society, children nowadays, what they want is to make money quickly. I was watching a video, an interview by the AFCC boss this morning, and the man said they arrested about 120 youths, fraudsters. And he also said that out of this, we have secondary school students that, and they parked their car, they went, they are in an hotel and things like that. So that's just to tell you that students don't want to read. What they want is quick money. I can remember then when we were in secondary school, I could remember a period when my father came to school to look at, what we were doing then. And when he saw that I was going astray, he had to come to school to report. How many parents do that now?
You don't even have time to check, let alone reporting.
I could remember then that once I come back from school, I will submit my lesson notes on the table for my father to see. And if maybe for about 2 or 3 days there is no correction, I didn't do my correction, he would tell me, that means you didn't go to school. If you have gone to school, then definitely you are. But how many parents have that time
now
to look after that? So the problem is from home. The problem is from the society. The problem is even from what is your outlook about life? What do you want to become? What's your aspiration? I'm a lecturer. We give a lot of assignment to students. What they do is go online. They go online. What they do is
They're using AI now.
yes, they use AI and give it to you. Gone are those days when students read. Students don't want to read again. Even the assignment that you give to them, they won't go to the library to read. I always use myself as an example. I didn't make my JAM the first time. I didn't make my WAEC even the first time. I could remember that I had 3 papers, which English was not even one out of it. But my father said, young man, go and learn something. But me, knowing that I really want to learn, I had to beg him. He took me to the library. I was in Ibadan, library, Dugbe. Library for 4 years, reading. It was all the time where you have telephone, where you can read on, online and things like that. I had to go to the library for 4 years. I was in the library to receive for my WAEC and also to read for my JAM. JAM, if you are talking about JAM, it is not like nowadays where you use computer. You have to read.
Everything.
Yes, you have to read. You have to read. And JAM is looking for the right answer, not a generic answer. So if you are not choosing the right answer, forget it. That means you are wrong. But once you don't read, how do you even want to know the answer? Nowadays, what they do, you have a center for WAEC, you have a center, you have somebody, you have an agent that is writing the answer for you.
Can you imagine? And
these are the things that will now fall. That's what will now take you to university. And when you get to something you don't know,
it's very strange to you.
So it will look very, very strange to you. So if you are talking about apathy, one of the reasons why students are having apathy is because, firstly, the society is so corrupt. We've made money our God. We want to
worship money.
We worship money, and everybody wants to get rich quickly. You don't want to pass through that tutelage.
Yeah.
You want to go to school at year 1 and go with a big car so that they can see that you're a big boy or something. And that's the reason why we have so much Yahoo boys. That's the reason why we have so much betting and things like that. So if you are talking about apathy, the society has an impact. The parents and even the student themselves, they have an impact.
So in all of this we have just said, some of them are also factors responsible for poor performance in examinations and student apathy.
Yes.
So can you throw more light to that?
Some of us are still students. And I can tell you that if you yourself, if you are not determined to make it, if you are looking at how do I make money quickly? I can tell you that zeal will not be there. If you are looking at your friends, it's so disheartening to know that some parents also have an impact. You know that your child goes to school. You are not ready to look at what he has done. You don't go to school to look after. They will call for parents, teachers association.
You will not be there. You are so busy.
You are so busy. The mother is busy. The father is busy. The child, maybe the child is home alone. You know, some children won't even get to school. I thank God for what Lagos State is doing. If they see any child in the street while you are supposed to be in school, they will arrest you. They will arrest your parent. That's just a way to push. But what about other states?
Exactly.
Have they taken up this measure to make sure that these children, go to school? And what are we even teaching our children? What's that thing that we are teaching our children? What example are we laying for them? Because a father that does not even cater about the child, no home training and things like that, how do you want the child, to make it? Though we have some children that are exemplary, that live, that have a focus for their life. And those are the ones that you see that even at night, they want to sit down, they want to read and things like that. If you don't make that effort, teachers will teach you to a certain extent. Like I normally tell my students, we lecturers, we are, it is the little knowledge that we have that we're going to teach. But when you go out there, you read more. That is when you have a lot of different perspective about issues. So, the parents, like I said, the student also, and even the society. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, those are some of the factors really that make students to fail so much. And the advent of this handset is good, but sometimes they take their time, much of their time. Either they are TikToking, and they will not even look at what they're supposed to do. Because I usually tell them, this TikTok you are doing is not going to be the one to answer your question. And they're not going to ask you any questions concerning it. Have a way you apportion your time. I always say, plan your work and work your plan. Apportion your time. Give more time to your studies. There's no way you will not excel. Even when there are problems that you will not even the cause, you will see excel because you give more time. And then when you're in exam hall, it's like you're just enjoying yourself because you are well prepared. But students that are not well prepared for whatever reason, that is the part you're talking about, for whatever reason, you're not prepared, you lose hope. Those that are even going to school, those that have graduated, they don't even have work to do. Yeah. They are not even employed. Examination of schooling, education is now a scam, this and that. You will just deceive yourself. Grab that one first. Everything has time. Time for you to read is what we're talking about now. When you leave from getting your good certificate, the next in your life will be to work. The next thing will be to marry. That's how you plan your work. Now, rushing to get money when you're not there. You just mentioned even students among them, secondary school students. Tell me now what that one wants money to do. 17 years, 19 years. What for? So let's help ourselves. Parents, help. Don't go and pay teachers separately to answer for your son. I don't want my son to repeat. To getting money to pay the school fees is very difficult. That's not the issue. And
even some parents will even say, I don't want my child to pass through what I want. If you didn't pass through it, how would you have become what you became?
Exactly.
And if a child does not have challenges, what we do now as parents, majority of us, what we do now is to want to make easy life for them. And that's the reason why those children are not even learning. Yeah. We want to make them have easy life. If you don't pass through challenges, who is your teacher?
I'm giving them so much comfort.
Who is your teacher? It's even good for you to do and fail like we are talking,
just say yes,
than for you to think that life is a bed of roses. Life is not a bed of roses.
Yes.
It's not.
Because when you do that, you have story to tell your future, to tell your children. Which are you going to tell now? Your parents push you with money because they have money. Which story are you going to tell? And in future, the whole thing just open itself. You will push to enter secondary school, push from secondary to enter university, push for university before you now come to the world itself to work. And you get somebody, you make economics 1 in economics, first class. When they
And-
now ask
and
you
you
one or two
can't- you
questions,
won't be able to
or
even
two one
defend
can't
it.
even defend.
You can't defend it.
You see, you just make caricature of yourself and you disgrace yourself. So why not learn and suffer it from that time and get it? Whatever you have in your brain, nobody can take it away from you.
That's the only thing.
Nobody
Once you
can
have
take it
that
away from you.
knowledge,
That's
no
it.
one. It is only that can take it away from you.
All right, we'll take a break now. Vivid view, say and do it. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us now, student apathy for learning, which leads to failure. That's what we are saying, discussing. And Mr. Joe is doing justice to that. Now that takes me to, we know government over time makes some tremendous effort to see that children go to school.
Yes.
Then why are we still having problems?
One of the reasons why we are having problems with the students, I don't think the government is doing enough. That's my own opinion. Now, let's take this JAMB that we had mass failure, recently as an example. How many students are taught computer? We are talking about so many schools now in Nigeria, not
Yes.
even in Lagos State
Yes.
or maybe in a particular state in Nigeria. How many schools can boast of having good computers to train these children? Because the examination is computer based. And for you to be able to answer something on computer, you must at least be familiar with that. How many schools, do have? I don't think that as government, they should make a policy that all schools at the secondary school level, JSS, before you get to your SS, you must have had that computer training. So that when you now get to that SS class, maybe one or two, courses in that will also prepare you. They are planning to make even WAEC computer based now. That is, they are planning to make WAEC computer based now. Those children that are not even trained in computer, how do you want them to answer? So I want to also lay some of these problems, at the feet of on our
government.
Also, I think our parents too should also be of help in this. Though we know that the economy is somehow, and even to buy a computer now, So if you have that computer with you, you'll be able, the child will get familiar with it, and once he has any task in it, then he won't be able to. Like I said, I want to lay some of these problems, at the feet of the government. Yeah. They should do more, in seeing that the children, are computer literate before we send them to go and do those trainings, so to say.
Those days in our time, we have science lab, and all that. We can have something like this computer.
Yes, computer lab.
Something like that. So
all
that people
schools
can
should
now
have
come,
computer.
yes,
Should
and
have
learn.
computer
And
lab.
then the parents you mentioned, maybe you have 3 or 4 children. You can just buy one. Let them be using it. They have their time to go and play their hands on it and to learn. We also have these small tablets they use, and so our phone is not enough to do that because and most people, their children have phones, but it's not enough for them when we're talking about computer now, usage and all.
Phone is not computer.
Yes, exactly.
Phone is not computer.
It's not.
Computer. Though they have similar workings, but I can tell you that when you sit on the computer, you feel comfortable more than
using your phone. The difference is actually very clear. We're just trying to provide solution to this problem, and this will actually reduce failures and even make the interest of boost the interest of some of the students. Because truly, go and ask somebody to go and use computer, and he never saw it. Some of them have not even seen it, let alone practicing. How would they now use it and pass? And
that person wants to use computer for examination.
So what are the causes now of this mass failure in JAMB and its implications?
Yes, from what I heard, there are a lot of glitches, a lot of problems with the center, the CB center, the computer they were using, and even the the network. All those ones, had impact in the result at the end of the day. But even at that, and I think that was the reason why they now allow them some of them to now retake that thing, recently. And I heard that the registrar of JAMB cried, when
I saw
when he was being interviewed, because they know that at least some of this, they've been doing this in the past and they've been having, good results. But I so much believe that glitches that they had impact on. But aside that, also students should,
and their own.
they should take their life in their hand.
All right, that is very correct. Even some students that were not fully prepared, all of them will hide under
that.
Yes. So what we're saying, get prepared on your own.
Yes.
If you're going for any exam, get prepared. You have a lot of time for you to really prepare well for it. So whenever it comes, you'll be able to surmount it. Any problem that comes your way. We'll take a break now. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. We're still discussing students' apathy for learning, which leads to failure. Now, with this something, when this thing happened, a lot of comments in social media. Some say this JAMB should be scrapped. Some say JAMB has been stopping because I learned that somebody died. A girl took her life because of this here in Lagos, somewhere in Lagos here. And there are comments in social media. Do you think JAMB should be scrapped, or there could be something they could do?
For you to further, you must have a kind of examination. And I think that, I don't think JAMB should be scrapped.
Okay.
Because there is a way you must be tested before. Your intelligence must be, there must be a particular way in which that is done. The fact that there is a mass, or there was a mass failure in this last one, does not mean that it's a, like we rightly said, once you fail, it is an opportunity for you to relearn,
more intelligently.
More intelligently.
Yeah.
So I'm so sure that JAMB will have seen some of those areas where they failed, and also will have taken proper care of it, against the next one. Also, the students will have also learned one or two things, from those things, and also work. And failure is not the end of life.
Never.
I think we need to have good counselors in schools to counsel children, because I don't think the proper thing to do is to kill yourself once you fail in a particular. Right. It's just an avenue for you to reassess yourself so that at least you can do better. And I think that, like I rightly said, we should have counselors in schools to at least to counsel, this young one, so that at least to know that failure is part of life. You don't fail. If you have everything smooth, in life, I can tell you there is coming a time that that something big will happen and you won't be able to contain it.
Exactly.
So failure is part of life, and we should know that failure is part of life.